What is up, guys? It's TTVSoraScope here, and today we are building an arcade bar. So I'm really excited to share this with you guys because this is something that personally I've never been to one, but I would really like to go. This is built on the 20 by 20 lot in Del Sol Valley that is originally Ward Park. So when I saw how small this park was and how I guess sad it was, I was like, I have to build something else on this. I didn't even go through a bunch of lots. I was like, oh wow, I've never seen this lot before, and I clicked on it and there's like 3 trees on the lot, a little pathway. It made me really sad, so I put something a little more fun and interesting on here. So I did give this a couple cool lot traits. It is, since it is in Del Sol Valley, an up-and-coming hotspot. I believe I also gave it the teen hangout and then something else with it. Fast internet. Okay, so I did put a bunch of the cool little arcade machines in here. I did include a foosball table, the juice pong tables. I think I did 2 of those. One of the bubble blowers, and then what was the last thing I put? Oh, I put a little eSports area. So that's really cool. I did just put like 4 computers, and then I put a bunch of jerseys up, and you'll see that later in the video. I think it looks really neat because it looks like maybe there's a club for people that are on an esports team and they go here to practice, you know, maybe every couple nights a week. And I thought that was really cool. It was a really nice idea. Here you can see I'm picking out some wallpapers and stuff. I did end up not putting any windows in this build at all, just the front door and the back door to this build. Now, I know it sounds kind of funny, but I did this specifically because this is supposed to be like a darker bar. You see plenty of bars that don't have windows except for maybe in the front. And the whole reason behind this was that I figured glare on computer screens, and again, it's a bar, so I thought it kind of made sense that it would be a little bit more darker. And when you see later in the video, I do build with some kind of like I did put the saucer lights in and I sized them down so they look nice, but later on I put some nice lighting. I put some neons and then candles, and I did give it again another industrial vibe, so it looks pretty cool. I definitely have to say this is probably my favorite community lot I've built so far. Now, I've built a couple that I haven't been shared on the channel just for, you know, during gameplay purposes and whatnot for myself, and this is probably my favorite. I think this is a great place to either take your teen sims to hang out, or maybe even your young adults that are in university and that just need to relax. Once you guys see the upstairs where there's like the rooftop bar with the bubble blower and everything, you guys are gonna be like, oh my god, it's so pretty, because I can just imagine sitting down and looking at all the lights around it, and there's like the radio or the stereos and stuff, or the speakers, there we go, which is what I just put down there. And I don't know, I can just imagine people drinking and having a good time and, you know, just enjoying themselves. Here you can see I'm placing the arcade machines, and I do get, I believe, 4 of them in there, and I did give them all different swatches. I haven't played with these items too much, maybe only once or twice, so I don't know if it's like different video games when you change the swatches. I know like the logos at the top change, but I don't know if the game itself changes, so you guys will have to let me know what you think, or if they do. So yeah. We do get this nice little bar area, and I end up getting a ton of tables. It doesn't matter if there's like 50 sims in this lot, they should have plenty of space to sit down, and if there's not, then there's too many sims on the whole lot. So that is where that little box that I just put is where the esports area ends up being. So you guys will like it. So I end up using these that I think came with toddler stuff. Or kids' room stuff, excuse me. So I ended up making them look like they're maybe esports jerseys. So we got the esports stuff with university. So I think it's definitely a good excuse to be like, hey, those are esports jerseys. So I really like that, and I get the 4 computers in there, as well as I think a bookcase, and then a bunch of posters and stuff. Now, I know I used these tables from Tiny Living in my last build in the South Square Cafe, but I really like them and I couldn't help myself, so I ended up putting... I don't know if I went with the same chair and dining table combo, but if I did, I'm sorry, because I just like them way, way too much. I think I did. Oh no, I used different chairs. Okay, good. At least I did that. It's really easy to build these types of things with that grungy, you know, just make everything black and gray and then maybe a little bit of white and red in here. Like, those colors go so well together. Here with the bathroom, I was kind of struggling a little bit because I didn't know if I wanted it to just be 2 stalls, and then I ended up splitting it down the middle so it could be like a male and a female bathroom. Just from personal experience, I think it would be better that way, that there is 2 separate stalls for whoever chooses to go into whichever bathroom. So yeah, hopefully that's okay. I did try to make it look not so grungy, I guess. I didn't want it to look gross in here, but I know some bars have a reputation for having like nasty bathrooms, so I didn't clutter it up a whole lot, and I think I put a couple cracks in the walls. And my favorite items, I think, in this game, I don't know if I pull them out right here, but there's the paper towel dispenser and the sanitizer dispenser. Those are so cute. I saw that I put the towel up first, and I was like, why did I do that? Because it looks really weird. But I ended up swapping it out for the paper towel dispenser because that makes a lot more sense than putting an actual towel in the bathroom of a bar. I feel like somebody would just either steal it or it would get really gross and nasty and no one would ever touch it, which makes sense. Here I think I extended... Oh no, I already did that. I was going to say I extended the bathroom. I ended up putting some neons in here, and I took that TV out. That TV is completely gone. Because I was thinking about it, and I was like, maybe the Sims will just stand there in front of the arcade machines, because they do that sometimes, and then your Sims wouldn't be able to get through. So I thought it would be better if I did it that way. And besides, the neon ends up looking really cool, because once I delete all of the saucer lights in here, and it gets really dark, and then I add the little candles on the tables, and I ended up putting like, oh, what are they called? They're like spotlights on the bar area, so where the bartenders would be. It looks really cool. It definitely makes it look like the bar is the main focus of this place, which it's kind of supposed to be. Let's be honest, if people come here for the video games, they're probably going to get a drink too. I mean, that's what I would do personally. Oh, there's the paper towel dispenser and then the little sanitizer thing that I was talking about. I love those 2 items. They're definitely great clutter pieces for community lots. So, I don't know if you guys use them in your builds, but you totally should because they're amazing and I love them. That's pretty much where the bar stays, right here. I move everything over. And it looks really cool. It looks like they've got like top shelf liquor at the top and, oh, I'm sorry, juice. And we also got the TVs and stuff, so it looks really, really nice. That bar right there, I didn't know existed in the game until I clicked on it and I was like, this looks like it glows, and sure enough it does. I end up putting 2 of those, and then because the bar lot type does require that you have dining tables, and these high dining tables from Tiny Living are not classified as dining tables, I had to put real ones up, and I decided to put them up top. I thought that would be better because maybe more people would eat up there and they get to enjoy the lights and stuff. Here you can see what I was talking about with the studio lighting. It looks really cool. So the bar area is very well lit, and then I end up taking some of the candles and putting them around on all, I think I put them on all the tables. And then I got the same industrial lights that I used for the South Square Cafe that have the exposed rope on them, and did that. Here I did a little trick that I like to do a lot with the toddler stuff hanging lights. They're really cute. They're on like each corner of the lot, or well, of the building. So it looks really nice. I hope you guys like that, because this is probably one of my favorite little tricks to do. And I know it's not around the whole thing like I would have liked, but it still looks okay. So, like I said, hopefully you guys like that. Here we're moving on back to the downstairs. You can see really quickly that I did put the candles on top of the dining table. I did cut that out because it was a little tedious, because they like to snap to 40 different points on top of those tables. But here I've got the 2 juice pong tables, the foosball table, and then the bubble blower. It looks really nice. And I totally forgot halfway through the build. I was like, oh, I need trash cans. I didn't put a single trash can anywhere in the build until this was like 2 hours, no, maybe not, maybe like an hour into me building it, and I was like, oh, there's no trash cans. They don't need any. I do end up sticking with these tables, but I think I changed out the chairs, if I remember correctly. I'm not entirely sure. It's been a couple days since I built this. I didn't just do it last night, so I really liked putting those spotlights here because it made it look like maybe you know, when people walk up, at least they can see where they're going, or it's like, you know, say if you're waiting for a whole party upstairs and you see somebody walk in and everybody like screams at them, I don't know, and they're like, hey, what's up? I don't know, that's what I imagine happened. Oh, so I cut it out, but I couldn't find these little heat lamps anywhere. And they ended up, surprise, surprise, actually being in the lighting section. I don't know why I didn't look there. For some reason I was thinking that they weren't an actual light and that they were just a fixture. But your Sims do get a buff when they're outside and they're sitting near a heat lamp. So I figured that it would be good that I put those out on the roof, so even if it's cold out in like the fall or winter months, your Sims aren't gonna freeze to death out there if they're next to the heat lamp. Personally, I love that item because I think they get a happy boost when they're next to it. So if you even if you take your Sims out on a date here, it'll be great. It'll be really good for them. Those are the Sim struggles, huh? Can't ever keep them happy while they're on the date. So here you can see that I just put a bunch of the neons around, and I definitely wanted to decorate this eSports area, so I put a lot of flags, and oh, I used the sanitizer things again, so like, maybe if people came in there and they were playing on the computers and stuff when like the eSports team isn't there, or whoever, sanitizer's important, friends. You never know what's gonna happen. You don't know who was touching the computers before you, so thought that was smart to do. I ended up putting a bunch of banners in here, and I really cluttered this area up because I wanted to look like maybe they rent it out like a couple nights a week and just go here and relax and have fun. I even put this little like scoreboard up there, so maybe they play like, oh, what's that game called? Blick Block or something? Oh my god, I don't know. It's like Tetris in The Sims. But maybe they play that game and they're keeping track of who's been winning or something along those lines. But pretty much the rest of this is spent just cluttering it up. I did get a couple security cameras in here where, you know, the important equipment is. Oh, and I did put that little trophy case there. So that was definitely something that I liked, because maybe they've won scholarships from this place, and, you know, maybe they just decided to display it here because it's meant a lot to them. I don't know. Maybe they even record the games, or they like stream them live for the rest of the bar, because it is an arcade bar. I mean, I think that would be kind of cool to do. Yeah, I think the rest of this is pretty much just me cluttering it up and putting a bunch of posters and that kind of stuff. And I know I do end up getting a rug, I think in this arcade area here where the big games are, and I made it kind of dingy looking because I'm sure it's well worn and well loved. So yeah. Alright guys, if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, comment, all that kind of good stuff, and I will see you all in the next video.